listening to WWSU 106.9 FM, Fairborn, Dayton's right choice. Thanks for tuning in to the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith. Over 4.5 years on this station, and somehow haven't gotten fired, and it's not for lack of trying. Which reminds me, I need to remind you, the views and opinions expressed on this show do not reflect the views and opinions of WWSU, Wright State University, or the Wright State student body. Let's face it, the views and opinions on this show don't reflect the opinions of most people in a civilized society. So buckle up and let's get stupid. Let's get stupid.
All right, hey, it's that time of the week. Welcome to the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in without my co-host.
Nobody
Adrian
right
is
now.
not. Adrian's. Have you checked around, Patrick? I know she's here somewhere. She's got to be. Nope, Adrian Miller's on the way in, I swear. And Patrick, but we have Patrick. We have Patrick here. Either way, we're waiting on some guests to call in. They're going to be calling in a few minutes. We're going to talk with the two gentlemen from the Think Like a Man podcast because that's what we're going to do here.
We're going to think
like men today.
Including
so
Adrian.
A lot of grunting and peeing on things, I'm guessing, is just going to be most of this show today. Just
grunting and peeing,
right.
Talking about the 135 urinal rule in the bathroom, that the unwritten rule of mankind.
Exactly. I think grunting and peeing is going to be a good possibility for a show title already. And we're just out of the gate. We're on fire already.
If your pee is on fire, you might want to get checked out by a doctor.
You definitely want to get some penicillin or something for that. But no, it's been an odd day. I just found out something fun.
You learned something. We both learned something fun
about our station manager on Tinder.
And considering that this is the week of
my wife.
Yeah. So our programming director was on Tinder and started messaging with a woman. He did not know this and only found out later it was Don's wife.
Yes. So, hey, what? I don't even know what to say at this point. That's a very interesting thing to learn when I come into the studio.
It was great.
Best of luck to them. That's.
I don't think they're going anywhere.
No, probably not. No, don't be scared, Josh. It's okay.
We're here for you, Josh.
Yeah, we're here for you. No, I'm kidding. Be scared, definitely, but not of me. That was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Stars said share the love.
There you go. Stars listening. That's good. Jess Cordry, the mayor of some town somewhere of like 250 people. He bribed like half of them to vote for him. But that's Jess. We. So welcome to the show. This is what we're going to do now. Adrian, we miss you already. Do we want to hit a news story just while we're killing time?
If you want.
'Cause I don't even know what I have yet. This is old stuff here. So let's see what we got. No. This is kind of an old one, but it's not kind of an old. It's just out of date because the Super Bowl's already been played. But apparently a celebrity hippo predicted the Super Bowl win for Kansas City.
A hippo?
Yes. Well, her vomit did anyway. Zookeepers at the Cincinnati Zoo recently got Fiona the hippo to pick which team would win the Super Bowl, the Chiefs or the 49ers. So the keepers set up two, quote, enrichment items, one emblazoned with the Chiefs logo and the other with the 49ers, to see which one caught her eye. The keepers figured Fiona would simply press her snout to one of the items, but since she'd just eaten lunch, she decided to upchuck some freshly chewed veggies atop the Kansas City logo. Fitting.
That's funny.
Well, as an Eagles fan, it's something about Andy Reid, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I try to forget his name as often as I possibly can. So what's been going on with you, Patrick?
On the note
while we're just trying to kill time here.
On the note of the Super Bowl, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a new football. There's a new football league that just started Saturday.
Like the XFL,
the
or something
XFL,
like that.
Yeah.
Is that a thing now?
Yeah. So, So
See,
for those,
I always enjoyed the LFL, which is the Lingerie Football League. That is fantastic if you've
That
ever
sounds
watched
fun.
that. Well, here's the thing. Of course, there's scantily clad women in lingerie, but they play football. They don't mess around. They nail each other. I mean, there are some hard hitters on the LFL, and it's a great game. It's to me that's a much better than the NFL. For obvious reasons, but I think they play harder. The NFL sometimes they seem to get a little lazy,
hey,
you know.
Hey, there's that saying: get harder, play harder.
There you go.
But the XFL, for those of you who may recall from 2001, that's when the XFL first tried, and at that time they partnered with WWE Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
So they tried to combine football with wrestling, and they had a really good first game turnout. I think it was like, I can't remember the exact number, but it was like a little over half of the average attendance of the Super Bowl, which was really impressive. But then it just sunk from there because everybody realized that the players were not talented. They were promoting more of the wrestling gimmick part of it more so than the football. It failed after a season. The XFL came back.
Is this anything like the Arena Football League, or is that a whole different?
No, the Arena.
Okay.
You're talking the AAF
or
the AFL, because those are two different things.
Okay, that's fine. Adrian Miller is here. She made it. No, I'm kidding. She's been here the whole time. Yeah, she was very sneaky coming in. Yeah,
Gotta turn. I'm not gonna say that, but you know what I mean.
You got to turn her on. Yeah, I got you. Good luck. Adrian, there you are.
I'm so
Welcome
sorry.
aboard. You're fine.
So sorry.
Well, I told my call-in guest to postpone for a few minutes because I knew we would be running a little bit behind. So,
am I messing it too much?
Oh yeah, no, we can't even see you now. No, I'm kidding. You're all right.
Am I
It's
good?
cutting your hair off at the top. So.
Oh, well, that's the best part of me.
Right. That's what.
I live by Conan rules. Conan O'Brien.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's where all the comedy's kept. It's in the hair.
Exactly. That's why the beard.
Yeah. It's all hair based. People really don't know
if
that.
I shaved, I wouldn't be able to tell a single joke.
It is so hot in here.
It is.
It's not just because I ran here, right?
No, it's a little
Like, it's
toasty. Well, it was really cold earlier, so you touch that thing just a little bit and it goes crazy.
I mean, I can.
And I'm talking about the thermostat. What's that, Patrick?
I could take this.
That
shirt
has
off.
that thermostat
I
has
could
no
too.
sense of
It'd
temperature.
be a weird show at that point.
It would be.
Probably,
I got a thing on. I got a shirt on. I got shirts on shirts on shirts.
You got shirts on, and you're complaining about being hot. That's
I'm so hot, guys.
I'm so hot.
So hot. I don't mean to like humble brag, but
just
I'm
hot.
so hot. Too hot for this shirt.
Yeah, Starday says she already says she loves your hair today. So
Oh, thank you.
have a caller.
yeah. We have a
you,
caller.
Star.
This might be Jeremy.
Let's find out.
You're on the air. This is the Life Radio Show. Is this Jeremy?
Hey, are we caller 7?
You are caller 7. You won the tickets to.
Did we win the Zeppelin tickets?
No, they're actually tickets to pick through Patrick's garbage cans. That's really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you might find some lead
Oh yeah, you'll
in
find
the garbage
Okay.
bin. Maybe a Zeppelin.
Maybe
Right.
some
Like a
some
toy.
asbestos.
just a toy one.
Just a
little-
toy
little
Zeppelin.
paper-
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah,
but yeah,
this
Led
is
Zeppelin.
this is Jeremy, and across from me is Daniel. How are you?
Oh, we got a double call.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
both
2
of
for
us.
the price of 1.
We are getting fancy.
Yeah.
Now-
We're dumpster diving, and we're getting 2 for the price of 1.
right. Well, that way you have somebody to hold your legs so you don't fall all the way in. I'm glad there are 2 of you
Yes.
for this.
Yes. Good
Nice.
tip. Good life tip.
Right.
That's what the life is about. It's about life tips.
That's a life hack right there.
Right there,
Always
yeah.
bring a friend when you're dumpster diving so they can hold your feet and pull you back out if you go
Exactly.
too far.
Also tell you if
Right.
the
I'll
owner
put-
comes
I'll
around
put you
asking
in.
questions.
Right.
Scram,
Jeremy and Daniel, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So you are from where is it in Tennessee exactly? I know we discussed this briefly.
We're about 45 minutes east of Knoxville.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
These guys are like right around my family down there.
Oh,
So
really?
we might even be related.
You're from Tennessee?
Maybe.
My dad's side of the family's all from Tennessee.
I see,
They're
I see,
down
I
in the big city of Bulls Gap.
Bulls
That's
Gap.
about.
I'd love
That's
to be
about
in that.
That's
You
about
got to be in a
10
Bulls
minutes from
Gap?
us.
No,
Yep,
to be in the
about
gap
10
of the
minutes,
bull.
right? Because I know I've been through your town before.
Yep,
Just-
White Pine.
White Pine. Yep, I know.
That
I've been
sounds
through there many
classier.
times.
You've been through,
Oh,
never allowed to stop.
Right? Yeah.
The
Just roll the
sheriff
windows
just
up.
follows you close by.
Yep. Just roll the windows up and keep driving. You're in White Pine. now.
That's right.
Sounds like those pines are white supremacists. They
Hey,
have something
now.
against the green ones.
Yeah. No green pines around here. Anyway, your podcast is the Think Like a Man podcast, correct?
Correct.
Correct. All right. That sounds like a fun podcast. Patrick and Travis. You're Travis now.
Wait, what?
Patrick and I were discussing it earlier, and I'm guessing it's still like a lot of grunting and peeing.
not quite that bad.
Okay.
We're a little more civilized than that.
Okay, so you're like a step above my show. That's perfect.
Yeah.
There's a lot of grunting
Yeah.
and peeing on this show anyway.
That's
It's
true.
not-
hang on,
That's the truth. We haven't done a poop
the
joke
re-
yet, but
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
The
There already
running
was
joke
throw up, right?
here is my 71-year-old mother listens to the program, so I don't
okay.
want to. I still don't. At almost 50, I still don't want to have to answer to her.
There is something about Tennessee grandmothers. That's
Yeah.
that's a fact. My grandmother was she passed away a few years ago, but my cousins down there
this
were
is
still.
my mom. This is my mom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
well, Tennessee mothers about the same.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say what is I'm a Chicago gal. So what is a Tennessee mother / grandmother?
Oh, they just you have to
Bad
experience
news if you
it.
make them mad. Go
Oh,
get
yeah.
a switch out of the tree.
Oh,
Have you
absolutely.
ever had to go get your own switch?
I absolutely have. I had to
You
go.
want to
I
break
had to
it
go
worse.
get my own switch once because I was. My brothers dared me to grab the electric fence, and I got stuck to it. And I'm like 6 years old, and Grandma got so mad that she had to turn the fence off that she made me go pick a switch out, and she whooped me
Wow.
because after
Yeah.
getting the hell shocked out of me.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Grandma.
like
And you have
Daniel said, you better bring back a good one. Don't
Yeah.
bring back a crappy one.
Oh yeah, and don't go for the small ones; they hurt more.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. One of the worst spankings I ever got wasn't from my grandmother. It was actually from my grandfather. I was being a real turd, and we lived in some apartments, and our apartment faced his. And I was about 6 probably, and my mom had gone out on a date, and we had a babysitter, and I was busy shuffling across the back of the couch on my hands and knees, and I was not smart enough to realize I was going right in front of the window. So I get about halfway across the window, and I look out the window, and Papa's sitting on the porch, and I thought, oh, I'm dead. And next thing I know, there's a knock on the door, and he looks at the babysitter and points at me and says, "I'll take that one with me." And so, he takes me across the street, and and around here at that point, it's bedtime for you. So I get the bath. I get the bath before the bed. Have you ever spanked a wet kid in a tub?
Can't say that I have.
I mean, it's like a hockey puck around that. I mean, every time I'd turn the corner and come back, he'd hit me again and send me back. It's like air hockey in there.
Oh,
So it's like this beating's never going to end.
just a never-ending beating. That's that. My grandpa from Tennessee. He didn't really spank with a switch. He was more into the fists and throwing wrenches. You didn't want to be around him working on a car.
He was just trying to
Right.
prepare you for a career in dodgeball.
Yes, that's what. Yeah, because if
Yeah,
you can
exactly,
dodge a
yeah.
wrench, you can dodge a ball.
You're good. Yeah, you're good.
So tell us a little bit about the Think Like a Man podcast, since it's not just grunting and peeing.
Well, we there's actually 3 of us now. Daniel and I started it, and one of the little issues that we were having is our board that we run everything through. It was just kind of hard for Daniel to pay attention to whatever was going on the podcast, and then keep up with running the board and all that crap.
Right.
So a few, I don't know, it's probably been 4 or 5 weeks ago now, we another friend of mine who's usually available we usually record on Mondays. I said, "Hey, do you want to come down and run the board? We'll teach you how to do it." And it's actually worked out so good. Joe is we've given him a microphone now, and he pipes up from time to time. He's got a funny sense of humor. He's got always something to say about everything, but he's also very good in his timing on the funny stuff that we have loaded into the board, kind of preloaded. So, but we, Think Like a Man is I kind of our background. I own my own business. I'm a contractor. We do kitchen and bath remodels.
Okay.
And Daniel is actually a youth pastor full time. And so, but we're both huge sports guys. Tennessee Volunteer football, Tennessee Volunteer anything as far as college goes, and baseball and all that kind of stuff. So sports is not, by no means is it the dominating topic of the podcast by any means, but it is part of what we do. And we'll talk current events or occasionally politics if somebody does something real stupid.
What are the chances?
Yeah, which is pretty often, like you said, somebody we can make fun of for about 10 minutes.
Just watch the news.
Yeah,
right.
And so every week our goal was, when we started up, was to every week to make it different. So if you didn't like last week, we're sorry, but come back this week because it's a whole nother ball game. And,
right.
I referenced my mother again. She told me this week, she said, you know what? My mom's not a sports person. She said, I really enjoy hearing you all talk about sports, but I think what she likes is the humor in it. Because all three of us have very good senses of humor, and we're very quick-witted and have something fun, smart alecky to say about everything. And so you get the three of us on the microphone, and it can be pretty funny. So, that's us in a nutshell, what we do week in, week out.
Awesome. That's always fun to keep it new and fresh like that and keep changing it. That's why that's why I never plan anything.
That's what I was going to say, Don. I was going to say, I think your show inadvertently follows the same template.
Yeah, I am anti-script.
We've been there on one episode.
We have our, what's that?
We had to go anti-script on one episode. I had a guy that was scheduled to come on as a guest, and he didn't show up. And so I was,
which wasn't shocking looking back on it.
Right.
He wasn't the most reliable person in the world.
And so, but the funny part was Daniel and I, we're ready to go. We planned the whole show around this guy. And so the actual name of that podcast was, "What do you do when the guest doesn't show up?"
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we spent real quick, kind of on the fly, came up with some things and did it. And it actually ended up being a good show. But the funny part was, I don't know, it was probably a couple of weeks go by, and I hadn't even seen the guy on Facebook. We're friends on Facebook. I mean, nothing. It's like radio silence. And then all of a sudden he shows back up, and he says, I see this post that says, trying to think of how he worded it. To people that I stood up or were looking for me, I'm sorry. For those of you that are mad about it, then he had a few explicitives. He said, because I was in jail for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's hard to make the podcast.
Yeah. And so the funnier part was in that same post, or one that came the next day or something, he made the comment about, well, I'm not going to be out long. I'm going back, and I haven't seen a thing out of this dude in probably a month.
Oh,
maybe 6 weeks.
That doesn't
now.
sound
good.
Yeah.
So you may know who he was.
He's been on Springer a few times.
He's been on Jerry Springer about 5 times. He's
Local celebrity.
The Kung Fu Hillbilly. Have you ever seen that dude?
No.
I have not, but that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Google Kung Fu Hillbilly.
Watch the Springer episodes. They're classic.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down now. The Kung Fu Hillbilly.
Yeah. He is probably what people have in mind when they think of East Tennesseans. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense now.
He's doing a good job of representing the East
he's-
Tennessee way of life.
No, he's done a good job of propagating an idea. He did not do a good job of representing who we really are.
Right. That's true.
You're apparently, this, in a way it's good. I mean, it sort of shows hey, you can be a hillbilly, but you also can be worldly too.
Right.
You can travel all the way to to China and learn kung fu.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a very good point.
It's more
He
sophisticated.
did not do that, I can promise you.
He studied
probably
under
watched lots of movies to
Grandmaster
learn
Billy
his.
Bob.
Yeah, Grandmaster Billy Bob. Be esteemed and well known.
Yes.
Yep.
He's a drunken master, to be fair, but
Right. That's
he's of that school.
He did have some funny stories, man. There's a story he tells about before he went on Springer where he got in a fight with like 2 or 3 midgets and somebody else in a bar, and he definitely has a good talent for telling the story.
Also known as a Saturday night in East Tennessee.
Yep.
Exactly.
So I was going to say you have the Joe that comes in and runs the board for you. That's why we have Patrick. We even give him a microphone every now and then.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
And then you regret it when you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they forced Patrick on me at first.
I was on a podcast about a week and a half ago with some guys up in Wisconsin. Man, they were great guys. I really enjoyed it, but it was the first one that I had done where there was actually video. So it was, I could see them, obviously they could see me, and there's 3 of them, and one of them, for an hour and 20 minutes or however long it was, the guy just sits and stares at you. I mean, I got 3 screens, and 2 of us are in this conversation, and here's this dude on the end, and he doesn't say, I'm not even sure he's blinking. And I got so tickled. I was like, I can't remember his name. Maybe it was Shane. I'm like, this guy's creeping me out, man. I mean, say something.
Yeah, just sitting there staring. That's
just staring. Had a microphone, but he never said anything. He just looked.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess it was your show at that point. You could just do whatever you wanted.
Should I drink this label out, speaking of video?
Yeah, speaking of video, make sure
I was handed an Aquafina.
Yes.
Aquafina, again.
Is not the official sponsor.
Not the official sponsor yet. Yet. But Aquafina.
Are you working on it?
We have to keep working on that.
Yeah, I'll try to drink label out just to show that we can
It's product placement. We're just not being paid
we
for it
can place the product properly.
Right. So if there's anyone other than Aquafina that's because
exactly
any of your waters,
if other fine tap water would also like to fine filtered tap water would like to sponsor the Life Podcast.
I think Wright State's tap water wants to get in there.
Oh,
yeah.
No, I'll pass on that. I know the guys in the water treatment team here. I'll pass on that.
I will not pass. I am all up on all of my vaccinations, even the ones you need to go to sketchy countries.
Besides, Wright State couldn't afford me, Patrick.
So,
they can't afford themselves.
I think I'm going to get roasted for saying
we go off
countries.
on tangents every now and then, guys, just in case you didn't catch that.
Yeah, we're figuring that out. I've just pulled up where I can see the video on Facebook, so I can check everybody out.
All right.
I see Patrick, man, that dude's got some hair.
He does.
He's rocking a mane.
Yeah,
looks a little bit like Axl Rose with glasses.
There you go.
Yeah. If Axl Rose went to college.
Yeah. Which we all know he didn't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Patrick's far more talented, though. See, that's my compliment of the day, because I'm just not a fan of Axl Rose. So.
I don't even know who that is.
I know nothing about Axl Rose.
You don't know who? You just
I know nothing. I'm a Philistine. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
She knows who he is. She just doesn't know anything about him.
I don't know. I just don't know anything about him. I don't know.
I'm not up on my Axl Rose trivia
I don't
either.
know. I like. It's like that's one of those categories. Whenever you do trivia night, it's like sports. 100% no idea, and then music, popular music specifically, and I'm like, oh, I'm out, guys. That's like always the person you're looking for to fill out my team.
Yeah. If it's like D&D stuff, you're in.
Yeah. Oh, if it's D&D, if it's science, if it's history, sometimes literature, but again, I'm a Philistine. Classic literature stuff, that English class, I slept through that.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame you.
English teachers I always got in trouble with. I don't know what it is. I write, and I love writing, and I perform, but English teachers, man. That was my Tennessee moms.
Yeah,
if they still allowed corporal punishment.
Yeah. I wanted to be an English teacher at one point, and then came to my senses.
If you like science, you might like the episode that we just recorded this week on the super volcano.
Ooh, about Yellowstone?
In the world.
Awesome.
Is it about Yellowstone?
Yeah, the Yellowstone super
volcano.
volcano.
And how our impending doom?
Yeah, so we're doing a little series now on 5 ways the world can end. And
that's right up my alley. So much right up my alley. So, are you guys outside the zone? Did you figure it out whether you're going to survive or not when it goes?
No, we're going to get like a half an inch of ash.
I'm still on a Carnival cruise.
Yeah, Dana's going for the cruise ship.
There you go. You don't watch the Doomsday Preppers, do you?
No, hey, we actually have a guy here in White Pine that was on that show.
Oh, really? I think I remember that.
Yeah, he was on it.
Because I watched them because they're very entertaining, and the whole time I'm thinking these people are just nuts, and we're encouraging this.
They're nuts, but then there's part of me having so much experience with like camping and like survival training type stuff where I'm like, that's actually a really good idea. Maybe I should.
That's the fun part of it. It's like, okay, and you can pick up camping tips.
I mean, our main water has been shut off in Dayton twice this past year.
Yes. Yeah.
And nothing reminds you of how fragile and how reliant you are on infrastructure as your water main completely being busted for the entire area.
And there are some people that they would have a complete mental meltdown. If we were.
Oh, no doubt.
Well, when you can't flush your toilet, when you cannot flush your toilet for several days,
there are ways around.
You will. Well, I mean. I think I was able to get a trickle of water during that period, so I was able to just I could if I went to the basement, I could get a trickle of water.
Collecting
if I was
rainwater
below,
now just to flush.
I started thinking about it. I swear it was bad. Like I just started thinking we could collect some rainwater, right? We just set up a rain bucket.
The government's not going to like that.
Several years ago, when we had those hurricane remnants blow through and it knocked power out, I think I went 3 weeks at the house without power. But
power's not as bad.
I camp. Yeah. I have these things.
Yeah, I got rid of all my camping supplies like a dummy.
Oh,
because I'm like, I'm going to be a minimalist. Now I don't have anything. I don't have a mess kit.
As a minimalist, you should be camping.
I should.
You should just get rid of everything else and keep the camping stuff.
Well, yeah, and I was like, being a comic, a good chance I'll be living in a car at some point.
But no, I loved it. I went to replenish some of my canned goods because I ran low on canned goods during 3 weeks with no power.
Yeah,
and I'm at the store packing them up, and the poor girl at the register, she's like, "Are you still out of power?" I said, "Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks now." She's like, "How are you going to open these cans?" I died because the thing is, half of them had pull tabs.
What?
Only half of them.
What? Wow.
That makes me feel better about my end time theories myself. That means the food city will be full.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Electricity.
I like the show The Last Man on Earth, where he just saws a hole in the diving board on a swimming pool.
Yeah, that's what I would be doing. I'm like, good idea. Again, taking notes. I'm like taking notes from that show. That's right. If everything hits the fan.
Brilliant show.
The water is cut off again.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to be taking over an Oakwood swimming pool. Watch out, Oakwood.
Yeah. There you go.
You're in walking distance to me.
Yep. Yep, Oakwood's going to have the pooping pools. That's true.
They're just gonna come back and they're gonna see a hole in their diving board and they're gonna be like, "What?
Right. What happened? Water was out for 3 days."
Yeah, water was out for 3 days.
What do you expect? You should have known this was going to happen when you had the pool put in.
Yeah, this is like a community thing. I also invited some of my friends.
All right. I'm going to have to hit the comedy rundown.
Hey, we hit the poop.
Yeah. We made it to the poop.
We made it to the poop.
I knew it.
We're not even halfway through.
Just in time for break. We're going to have to hit the comedy rundown and take a little break. You guys can stick around. We'll do some news stories when we come back, and those are always dumb. We love them.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right, here's this week's comedy rundown, brought to you by the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's historic Oregon District. Call 224-JOKE or go to wileyscomedy.com for all the best in Dayton comedy. I'm going to have to change that to call 937-224-JOKE.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, you have to dial the area now.
That's right.
Anyway, Tuesday, February 11th, tonight, open mic at Peach's Grill at 104 Xenia Avenue in Yellow Springs. That show starts at 8 p.m. There's also an open mic at Jimmy's Ladder 11 at 936 Brown Street at 8:30 p.m. and an open mic at Station 1 at 327 Fountain Boulevard in Springfield at 8 p.m. Sign-ups for Sage Time for that are at 7:30. Wednesday, February 12th, open mic at Mila Suburban Cafe at 606 Taywood Road in Englewood at 7 p.m. There's also an open mic at the South Park Tavern at 1301 Wayne Avenue. That show starts at 9 p.m. Thursday, February 13th, open mic at the Spirited Goat at 118 Dayton Street in Yellow Springs. That show starts at 7 p.m. There's also an open mic at Star City Brewing at 319 South 2nd Street in Miamisburg from 7 to 10 p.m., and an open mic at the Barrel House at 417 East 3rd Street from 8:30 to 11 p.m. Also on Thursday night, as always, the open mic at the Hookah Bazaar at 958 Patterson Road. That show starts at 10 p.m. I believe stage time signups are at 9:30 with Johnny Woods. Friday and Saturday, February 14th and 15th, Tim Cavanaugh is back at Wiley's Comedy Club. First time in 5 years he's back.
Yeah,
It's
my
gonna
mom
be a
might come
blast.
out, by the way.
What's that?
My mom might come out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, Tim Cavanaugh is going to be at Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in the Oregon District, Friday through Sunday, February 14th through the 16th. Marlon Wayans is going to be at the Dayton Funny Bone at 88 Plum Street at the Green. And Sunday, February 16th, Wiley Sunday Comics is back at Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street. Get out and support your local comics and your local comedy club. We're a much more local than the Funny Bone. They're a chain. We are local.
That's right. Laugh local.
Laugh local.
Think
Yeah.
local. Laugh local. It's like eating local, laugh local.
Right. Yeah, don't laugh global.
No, laugh local.
Yes. All right. That is it. As always, check out wileyscomedy.com and DaytonFunnyBone.com for details and tickets to upcoming shows. And don't forget to check out our other open mics on Monday nights at the Barrel in Springboro at 7 p.m. and the Stage Door on Jefferson Street in Dayton at 8:30. That is it. And who have we got in this first break? We are going to play some St. Mary, St. Michael, since it's getting close to Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
No One Else is the song off of, I believe that's off of the first album, Sea of Empty Faces. Check out that album. Also check out Another Anodyne. 2 fantastic albums from St. Mary, St. Michael. All right, hit it, Patrick.
First time I saw you standing right there before me, I tried to think of clever things to say, but I settled for how are you. Then I knew you were the one that God himself had placed here for me. I know it's said all the time, but I don't care. It's how I feel. It's all 'cause there is no one else that I want by my side. There is no one else to hold me through the night. There is no one else that can keep me strong but you. You make the bad things seem alright, and you make the good things even better. There is nothing that could seem so important when I am thinking of you. Yeah, now when I look into your eyes, well, all I can see is my life with you. Now when I think of where we've been, well, I can't help but get excited for where we'll be. It's all 'cause there is no one else that I want by my side. There is no one else that can hold me through the night. No, there is no one else that can keep me strong but you. Throughout the good times and the bad, well, I may not always like you, but I'll always be glad to have you by my side.
Hey, this is Don Smith from the Life Radio. Do you like telling jokes? Are you the class clown? Do your friends always tell you you're funny? You want to prove them wrong? Well, nearly every Sunday, Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's Oregon District brings you Wiley's Sunday Comics. You can be the one on stage making people laugh. Or not. All you have to do is send an email to wileysundaycomics@gmail.com and follow the instructions in the reply email, and you can tell jokes at Ohio's oldest comedy club.
I'm ready to get old. I am. You know why? I grew up with an Atari 2600. Yeah, that's right. One of the joysticks on that, same joystick on a hover-around scooter.
Hi, this is Haywood Hanks at Wiley's Comedy Club in Dayton, and you're listening to the Life Radio Show at WWSU, Dayton's Right Choice.
Sitting in the studio with, I guess I didn't introduce you guys to our on-the-phone guests. Patrick is sitting over here, my producer, and my wonderful co-host, Adrian Miller.
Hello,
is
hello.
over there on the other side of the studio. And we are on the phone with Jeremy and Daniel from the, what is it? The Think Like a Man. I was thinking like a man. I couldn't think of the name.
I was just like Man Show, and I'm like,
yeah,
no.
The Man Show.
No.
So welcome back to the show. And we're almost ready for news stories. Are we psyched up for some news stories?
Yes.
I already covered one earlier because we were waiting on you, Adrian. So we went ahead and covered a celebrity hippo puking on the Chargers, not the Chargers.
I mean, a celebrity hippo puking is about equivalent to me being in the studio.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
Don.
we had to cover some way. You know?
Hey, Don, before you get to news stories, is it okay if I ask Adrian a question?
Sure.
So you're participating as a guest.
He's asking me if he can ask you a question.
Because it's your show.
But he's a good producer.
Okay, yeah. He's got
Mother, may I?
You're a guest dungeon master on an upcoming Valentine's Day special on Friday.
That is correct.
Wondering if you could tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so what I can say, because no spoilers for anyone who wants to tune in or is going to be playing, and if they're listening, is I am doing, it's going to be Disney princesses.
Ooh,
yes.
Interesting.
princesses or princes?
Princes and princesses.
Oh, okay, both.
So
Okay,
here's the
okay.
thing. The princesses are all in neighboring kingdoms, and they all convene to negotiate a treaty of peace and prosperity for all their kingdoms. But on the way, they disappear. And it's up to the princes to find out what happened to them.
Okay. That's a D&D Disney princess mystery.
Yes.
Josh
Awesome.
took all of them along with Don's wife.
Yep, you can find them all on Tinder, apparently.
I was going to say, they're all on Tinder. Ruining it for everybody, Patrick.
Way
Just
to
a
go.
big twist.
She said no spoilers, Patrick.
Oh, sorry.
They all went to Vegas.
Programming director. Programming.
The programming.
That's more likely what we have at Wright State. It's programming.
It's
Change the
programming.
P to an H and you got an even more accurate term.
There you go. So you're calling our programming director a hoe, is what you're saying, Patrick. Did you hear that, Josh?
Boom. Soon we will not have a show.
Yeah, we won't have a show because
Enjoy
I'm
this
getting my
final
producer
show
fired.
of life. We just had someone call us. Oh yeah, this is the final episode
Yeah,
of the
awesome.
Life Radio.
Well, let's tear it up.
Let's do it.
Oh man, we got to start off with a big toe because sometimes you just got to start off news stories with a big toe.
Okay.
That's
A big toe like a tow truck, or a big toe like I have a medical condition.
Medical condition. We're going with that. You don't have to walk a mile in Brian Mills' shoes to know he has a big problem, a giant big toe on his left foot. Mills was born with the enlarged toe, which grew so big that the toe next to it had to be removed when he was 2 years old.
What? Wow.
After they took that one off, my toes started growing significantly bigger, he recalls in Thursday's upcoming episode of the TLC series, My Feet Are Killing Me.
Was he a teenager when it started to grow significantly bigger?
Yeah.
He noticed some changes going on.
Yeah, all those, and that's the only thing that grew, poor kid.
I was going to say, do you think he feels bad that the wrong member was the one that was abnormally large?
Yes, that's probably.
He's like, cruel irony of the gods.
All the size went to my foot.
Mills told podiatrist Dr. Ebony Vincent that walking is a challenge. It feels like I'm walking on sandpaper, and a lot of times I start to tend to walk on the side of my foot, and that causes a lot of pain on the other foot, he said before taking off his shoe to display his giant toe. Check this out, guys.
To display his giant member.
Yes.
I mean, he can't. That's the only way he could be proud of something. So
I know. He's like, I may not, but check the size out of this, ladies.
You know what they say about a man with big
or
toes.
gents. I'm not going to presume what his interests are.
Right. You don't want to make assumptions
foot
like
fetish
that.
can come in any size, right? Oh, he's got to clean up in that
See,
community.
we lost our callers. They already hung up on us.
They're already.
We haven't even gotten
where to
weird
even
yet.
go?
you know what would be funny is if they named their tow Ford, as in the tow truck.
Yeah.
Or no, wait,
Ford,
no,
yeah.
Ford's
They're like,
not a
this is
tow
a
truck.
Ford.
Cat is what I'm talking about.
Cat. Yeah.
Cat.
Not
Mac
Ford.
or-
Ford's not a tow truck.
Well, again, tow. I mean, I think again, if we ever want Ford to sponsor this, we should.
Right.
Got to play nice with our sponsors.
Hey,
That's
if we
true,
get Ford to
true.
sponsor us, we have a truck to put all of our Aquafina in there.
Exactly.
There you
We
go,
could have
there
a
you
cross
go.
promotion Ford or Chevy.
Yeah.
Wink.
Or any manufacturers of tow trucks.
Exactly. GMC.
Yeah, any of them.
GMC, did they? Wait,
I
what
don't
am I
know.
saying? Am I saying the vitamin people? I really know my trucks.
GNC.
Oh, GNC,
I'm sure
thank God.
I'm sure the Kung Fu Hillbilly has a tow truck we can use.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not using it right now.
He doesn't have a driver's license.
You don't have to.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
See, that's what we should combine, the Kung Fu Hillbilly with a giant toe. Couldn't you imagine getting smacked by a giant
Oh yeah,
toe?
that would be like a superpower. That's a D-list Marvel character if I haven't heard one.
Yeah, that's X-Men.
Yeah, that's one of those
So
like
was it
streaming
only
versions.
one toe?
It was just one toe on his left foot, which I'm kind of picturing like something you'd see on the Monty Python's Flying Circus
Yeah.
or something. The big, just the big toe.
Yeah,
Bigfoot that always comes down and squashes everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because we were talking about the weird shoes I have earlier. I have the Vibram 5-finger shoes.
Oh, why do you have those?
With the separated toes?
Why? Is it all the
I don't
camping?
know. I thought they were funny.
You thought they were funny.
I thought they were weird,
Aren't
so I
they,
bought
like-
them. I was like,
aren't they
I'm going to wear these
expensive?
because they aren't cheap. They're they're surprisingly comfortable.
That's called
running
committing
shoes,
to a
yes.
joke. That,
Exactly.
folks, is called
You're
committing
talking
to the
a
bit.
guy
You're
that
committing
had a
to the
beard
bit.
about like this and shaved it off just so he could be John Belushi, and then rolled off the stage, which I still have a scar on my arm. So yeah, I commit to a joke, Adrian.
Don commits to the bit.
Yep.
Smith, you got to hire this man.
Isn't even a
Hire
real
this
radio
man.
show. I've been doing this for 5 years. This was just a joke. We're still
whole
waiting on the
life.
punch.
You just walked in
My
one
whole
day.
life is a joke. Thank you, Patrick.
You have committed to this bit
Right.
for decades.
You
And
complaining
you're
about
still
your
waiting for people to get the punchline.
Right. Yeah,
complaining-
but I've not reached it yet.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah, it's a slow burn.
slow burn.
Slow burn. You just got to
Yep.
just wait for
Actually, the punchline is just with the programming director finding my wife on Tinder. And I'm done.
it. It's all been leading to this moment. This was
Yep,
the
my whole life has
longest.
been leading to this moment, Adrian.
Yep.
Here we are.
It's a long way to walk. Kind of like
Yes.
Kung Fu Hillbilly.
Ooh, we
really
have a
use that
Tennessee
story.
story. We have
Beautiful.
a Tennessee
Hey,
story.
Hey.
The rapper Afro Man famously sang about getting high on marijuana
Oh,
preventing
yeah.
him
Oh, yeah,
from
yeah.
going to court. A Tennessee
Hey,
man
real
decided. What's that?
The hillbilly that we told you about hangs out with Afro Man.
No
Oh, yeah, I
kidding.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. A Tennessee man decided to combine the two when he lit a marijuana cigarette in the courtroom, authorities said.
Okay.
Spencer Allen
Oh, please
Boston.
tell me what town this was in.
I'm going to say it's Wilson County. So let's see what we got here. Spencer Allen Boston, 20, was arrested Monday and charged with disorderly conduct and simple possession after sparking up in the courtroom, news outlets reported. Wilson County Sheriff Robert Bryan said Boston was in court Monday on a simple drug possession charge. Boston approached the bench to discuss his sentence, but instead expressed his views on legalizing marijuana. Boston reached into his pocket, pulled out a marijuana cigarette, lit it, and smoked it, and was immediately taken into custody. Probably immediately regretted that decision.
Probably not.
No, probably
You got
not.
quite a
Probably
bit of
not.
publicity for it, though.
Yeah. I stand by my decision.
He's living up to his name.
Yep, there you go.
I think anytime I do something self-destructive, I think I should just say, this is a protest.
Yeah.
This is me protesting, man. This is me protesting anytime I reach for a whole and eat like a whole bag of like cookies or something.
Right.
I'll be like, this is me protesting unrealistic beauty standards.
Yeah.
There you go.
My boyfriend's like, I'm the only one here. Who are you protesting to?
Yep. I'm protesting the diet food industry.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day.
It's toxic.
Every day
it's
I'm
destructive.
Absolutely.
You gotta walk the walk. You gotta live
on people's
the thing.
desires to be at that beauty standard you were talking about. That's all it does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat the fattest crap I can stuff in my mouth. Just to
protest.
show.
Like the hillbilly big toe.
At McDonald's every day.
I like to show up to things 1 hour late in protest of daylight savings time.
Right. There you go.
I'm like, no, I refuse to follow this draconian system
you could reverse
that causes
that
death.
and show up 1 hour early.
You could.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
I'm
going to be an hour
with you.
late.
Yeah, you were 10 minutes late to the show.
Exactly. I'm protesting daylight savings time.
You were protesting my show starting on time.
Yes.
Well, we started on time anyway.
It's a protest.
It's a protest.
We were a minute late because of me.
Right. So Patrick joined you in the protest. You two were
That's right.
Solidarity.
We were striking. We were striking against the show for literally minutes.
Yes, for double wages.
And then our demands were met, and we were handed Aquafina.
Exactly.
Aquafina, the thing that breaks strikes. Aquafina. Solidarity today.
Oh, speaking of protesting diet food, this little owl had a big appetite. When the Suffolk Owl Sanctuary in Englewood first took on this, quote, soggy bird, it thought she'd been injured or perhaps was struggling to fly because she was wet. Turns out she was just a tad too chunky to be airborne. In the social media post, the rescue and conservation...
Sorry, Don, I'm going to stop you. She was protesting?
Protesting.
She was
flight.
protesting the expectation that birds all have to take flight?
Exactly.
Hashtag not all birds?
Yes.
Hashtag bird lives matter.
Exactly.
Yes. In social media posts, the rescue and conservation group explained that on weighing the bird known as a, quote, little owl, they discovered she was extremely obese, roughly a third heavier than they would expect a large, healthy female little owl to be.
I was going to say, is a little owl, is it capitalized? Like that's the species?
Yes, I guess that's what they call it. It was in quotation.
She's like, I don't identify as little owl. I identify as just an owl.
A husky. I'm husky owl now.
If y'all remember Little Bear, I think Little Bear should join Little Owl in that protest.
Yep, and Little Kim.
And Lil Kim.
Ooh, burn.
This is extremely unusual for wild birds to get in this condition naturally, the group wrote in a post. The group's head falconer, Rufus Samkin.
Wow, that's such a falconer name.
That is definitely a falconer name, Rufus the Falconer.
When he was born, they were like, you're a falconer. Yeah, I know.
The falconer
They're
class.
like, you're just a falconer. You're like, they gave him a business card as like that was like the baby shower gift.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to call him this. And they're
what's
like,
his name?
here's the
Rufus.
business cards.
He's going to be a falconer.
He's going to be a falconer.
Absolutely. The group.
Do you think he's given little
Rufus,
baby falcons
as
like for his first birthday? They're like, here you go, it's a little chick falcon. That's so adorable. That picture in my head. I'm sorry. And he has like the little glove and everything, like a little child
little
glove.
tiny,
and the little jesses, and they have like the little. I know too much about falconry.
You do,
because I study medieval culture and. Yes.
Why not?
Yes, and exactly. I want a falcon so bad. I want to befriend all the raptor birds in my backyard.
And all the other Rufuses.
Yes, and the Rufuses. I don't know any Rufi. I do not know any Rufi. Singular or plural.
You're gonna have to get in touch with some Rufi.
So what did they do? Did they put him on a diet?
Yes, I'm guessing that they did. They put him on they put him more diet food. He was eating diet voles.
Diet voles.
Yeah, diet voles.
How do you make a diet vole?
I don't know. I make it run around in a.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it has to be lean vole meat.
Yeah, lean vole meat.
Yeah.
fat free Aquafina, the leader in fat free vole meat.
Fat free vole meat.
Fat
free water. Brought to you by Aquafina. No fat in here.
Yeah. Oscar Mayer's iconic Wienermobile got a grilling from a Wisconsin sheriff's deputy because the driver of the giant hot dog failed to give enough room to another car on the road with emergency lights. It would have been so much better if he rear-ended. I was hoping for that when I first started to read this, but no.
Rear-ended him bareback style.
The deputy pulled over the Wienermobile and gave the driver a verbal warning for not following the law. The Waukesha Sheriff's Office
I've
said in a
definitely
tweet
given
posted
a
on
verbal
Monday.
warning to some wayward wieners
Yeah.
After he pulled,
trying to get in a tight fit.
Sometimes you got to give a wiener a verbal warning.
You
That's
do
all.
have to give a wiener a verbal warning.
when they pulled him over, did they give him an oral exam?
Oh yeah, why not? Yeah.
I'm sorry,
He
folks.
gave him a
You
wiener
thought
to
this
get
was a
out. He
family
gave him a
show.
wiener to get out of the ticket. Phew. The Wienermobile, just an interesting fact that they put in this article for absolutely no reason. The Wienermobile, the first Wienermobile, was created in 1936 and has gone through several iterations since. So, in case you ever needed to know
Several
how
iterations.
old the wiener is.
Yeah, what does that mean?
7 iterations of the Wienermobile.
I assume it
think
involves
that's
some
another
supplements,
excellent show
some,
title. The 7 iterations of the Wienermobile.
I'm sure it's had several enhancements. I'm sure people send them emails all the time about ways they can improve
Wiener enhancements.
their wiener. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm writing down the 7 iterations of the Wienermobile.
At this
as a
point,
possible
Oscar Mayer
show
should be
title.
really proud of his wiener.
I was going to say, I wonder if.
I think they need to be a sponsor. The
yeah.
Life Radio
oh,
show.
yeah.
with
That would
Aquafina
be a
and the
perfect
Wienermobile.
sponsor. Yeah. Do you think
Wiener
after
water.
so many years, it's. I was trying to think if it's truck nuts. If they just,
There
they,
should
they're
should
just
definitely
dragging
be truck
behind
nuts
it.
on the Wienermobile.
Just dragging behind it.
Oh.
That was not much of a joke, sorry.
No, that's all right. That's all right. We're all just picturing truck nuts on the Wienermobile now. Because if they weren't there before, they better be now.
They should be. They should be.
Okay, I think
is a truck.
you never seen the truck.
You never
nuts?
seen truck nuts?
No,
You've never seen truck nuts? Oh,
at least I don't think
wow.
I have.
you sweet summer child.
Yeah.
You sweet
Yeah,
summer child. You live so close to the country, and you've never seen.
Yeah, he rides a bicycle everywhere. You would think he'd have seen.
he doesn't get far enough
You'd
out.
think he'd almost been teabagged by some.
Yeah,
truck
by
nuts
some
before.
truck nuts. There's a hitch on the back of a truck.
Right.
There's like a thing you can tow things with. It's a thing. Every truck
is it
could
that
be a
thing
tow
with
truck.
with the ball, and then you wrap a rope around it or something like that?
Yeah, and it's like
Well,
they
yes
put,
and no.
and then you can hang some scroti.
Yes, they're fake. They're not real.
I took 4 years
of Latin.
Assuming, 'cause,
I took 4 years, guys. Yeah, you can have some, just for this moment. You can have
just
some
so you can describe truck
scroti.
nuts.
To be like my you thought I was overcompensating with this F-150. You are correct.
Yeah,
That's what they're trying to say with that.
It's funny you mentioned that, and Don mentions the bicycle because there is a such thing for a bicycle as well.
Is
You-
there? They got
bike
truck
nuts?
nuts.
There's
bike
bike nuts
There
that
are
light
bike
up
nuts.
too.
Oh, they light up.
They light up. Yeah,
That's
well,
one
yeah,
better.
you
I
got
would
to
say.
display them.
yeah. So it kind of
They
looks
call
like
that
an
peacocking, I believe, is what when your bike nuts light up. You're trying to
peacocking.
attract a female bicycler. That's what that is.
Oh god.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Star wants to say that she too had to explain this concept to her kid when she was 8.
Had
So
to
this
explain
is-
truck nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess it's
What is the age?
Yeah, what is the
limit
truck
that-
nut? When
yeah.
you have when
When
is
do
the
you
point
have
of time
to
you have
have
that
that talk with your
conversation,
child?
that awkward conversation with your child about truck nuts? You need like a picture book or something, to help you through that conversation.
Maybe
there's
a
gotta be
children's
something.
story.
Be like,
Yeah,
here's-
there should be a, like
Rufus
couldn't
loves
they
his
have
truck nuts.
everybody poops. Yeah, Rufus
Here's
and his truck
Rufus.
nuts.
Rufus
Yeah.
recently got a divorce from his bitch wife. Rufus got himself a new truck.
All right, this hour has gone by fast, gentlemen.
Yep,
Yep. Are you still with us?
we're here.
All right. Before we get off the air, because we're going to have to go to our top of the hour break here shortly, but I want to give you guys a chance to tell us where we can find the Think Like a Man podcast, where we can find you guys on social media, if you have any social media, Twitter, anything you want to throw out there. So go for it.
You can find us on Think Like a Man on SoundCloud, iTunes, pretty much anywhere the host podcast. Jeremy will tell you the social media because he knows.
Social media, there's a Facebook page called Think Like a Man. We're also on Instagram, and we've tried Twitter, but don't have enough time in the day to do all three of them.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's...
Facebook is where most of the action's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that social media takes a lot of time because I have the comedy club. I have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook for the comedy club, for the radio show, for myself. It gets tiresome.
It's a lot of work.
Wears you out.
That's why I'm just a co-host.
That's why you're just a co-host.
Yeah, I just show up.
I should make you a manager of the Life Radio Show's Facebook page. That
I
way
would
you
love
can
to
work
do
on
that.
social media.
I would love to do that. I'm helping manage my mom's career, it seems like. I had a whole conference call where I'm basically like her book editor and other things. Like, have you considered this? And then she like actually looks some of it up and she's like, that's actually a real trend. And I'm like, yes, it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gentlemen, it has been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you for having us.
Check out the Think Like a Man podcast, guys. I'm going to have to
every
check
week
it out,
it's
too.
something different.
Yeah.
You like sports. You like farts.
Yeah.
You like making fun of
Kung Fu.
politicians.
Yeah. Kung Fu
You like
hillbillies.
Kung Fu hillbillies, East Tennessee stories. Check it out. Get your Tennessee whiskey.
Yep. That's right.
And double down.
All right, Jeremy, Daniel, thanks so much for calling in. I'll be sure to check out the podcast. We're going to go ahead and go to the top of the hour break that the station requires. Patrick, take us away.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but
Radio show. We survived the top of the hour break. We're back.
We're back?
Yeah, we're back. I'm your host, Don Smith. Adrian Miller's in as co-host.
Hello, hello.
Patrick is sitting over there in the producer's chair.
Hard at work.
Hard at work,
Hard at
as
work,
always.
focused.
As always. These things just don't fall together.
No, they don't.
He is the glue that holds this show together.
Yeah, and we're the two flimsy pieces of balsa wood threatening to fall off this airplane.
Exactly. That's,
at any moment's
that is a
notice.
great description.
Get back in your seat, Adrian.
Yeah, the whole thing's just going to crumble. Anyway, we are awaiting a call from Jason Maddox. I believe he's with Radio Memphis.
I was going to say,
So we've gone from one side of Tennessee
I had
to the other.
a very hard time finding any info. I found some interesting people with that name.
Oh, okay.
I think there was the head of some sort of marketing firm who just had a write-up on like Business Insider or something.
Okay.
I think I found a photographer. And
So
then
a little bit of everything.
And then a child
here they are.
molester. It was, I was like, wow, well,
Yeah.
this will be interesting.
All right.
Which one is he?
All right. Hey, welcome to the Life Radio Show. Is this Jason?
Yeah, this is Maddox and Thunder Cookies both. Yeah.
Maddox and Thunder Cookies.
Beautiful.
I love that name.
They all sound made up. I love it.
Yes.
They all sound,
Well,
Thunder
we do read
Cookie
a lot of
sounds
comics.
more like the real guy.
Yep. Well, welcome to Life Radio Show. Just so you know who's in the room with you, since I forgot to do this when
sorry.
my last hour guest called in. Adrian Miller is my co-host sitting over there,
Hi, it's me.
and my producer Patrick is sitting in here at the control board, keeping us together, keeping this thing afloat.
And also helping you destroy it at the same time.
Right. Well, yeah. I'm mostly destroying the show. That's
Destroying the
That's what a
show
good
from the
producer's
inside.
for.
What's that?
A good producer is for being able to destroy it from the inside out.
Absolutely.
They secretly want to be the stars anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's is that true, Patrick? Are you trying to take my show from me?
No.
Because you can have it. I love this show. This is the highlight of my week every week.
It won't
Oh,
be
I'm
after you get
sorry.
done with us.
I'm sorry, Don.
I'll tell you what.
It won't be with
I'll
you guys.
Sorry.
I'll take Richard Karn, and you can have everything else.
Okay. So Maddox and Thunder Cookies. Just going to laugh every
Thunder
time I say
Cookies.
it. Tell me a little bit about yourselves.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
Everything. Start from the beginning. I'm really curious about the name Thunder Cookies.
I knew that was going to come up. I'm going to go ahead and pass so you can go ahead and tell this story, but remember, keep it clean.
Yeah.
We are on the radio. FCC is watching.
Okay, so knock off all the words that have F's and C's in them, and you're good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to say pendulous. Yeah. They can't argue with the scientific term. They probably will, but they shouldn't. Right.
Were you talking about a penis? Or what?
Close enough.
Okay. Yeah, I think
You
we
could
can
say
we can
that.
survive
Yeah.
that. It's a medical term. Yes. That's
Okay. All right. I'm a wrestler, and me and my wife are divorced. She's got a boyfriend. This happened like 3 years ago.
Is he the programming director at a radio station? Sorry.
No.
Okay.
I don't know if you tuned into the first hour, but Don's soon-to-be ex-wife has been Tindering the program director of this station.
Oh no.
So this may be
it's
the last
hilarious.
show
Yep.
of the life. This is a big. It's such a
Yep. Anyway,
you for coming on.
back to Thunder Cookies.
All right. My wife, I have the kids. I rode with a friend to the show in Boonville, Mississippi, and if she's coming through, she's supposed to pick the kids up because they had a show to do in Tennessee. She calls me up. Can you get the kids? Can you bring the kids to the trailer? Nope, I'm not in my car, and it's out of the way, and I don't have much gas. Well, my back seat's full. Sorry, not happening. Her boyfriend gets the phone, says, "Oh, so you're bringing the kids to the trailer, right?" I said, "F no," and he hangs up on me.
Oh.
Well, they show up at Pizza Hut. I'm fit to be tied, ready for him to pop off any minute when I see him, and I'm just going to have to hit him. Well, they show up. he's standing on the outside of the passenger side of the car, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, sitting there. And all of us that were there at Pizza Hut, we all worked the show, and we were just eating afterwards and fixing to leave.
Right.
And I'm out there looking through my friend's trunk trying to find my son's backpack.
Okay, backpack.
And the boyfriend says, "Oh, I see how it is. All you MFers going to back this fat SOB and yeah. I said, "Look, what me and my ex-wife decided to do with the kids and pick up and drop off is our business, not yours."
Right.
He says, "Boy, I ought to come over and slap the out of you." I threw my glasses in the trunk. I was coming around the car. He thought I had a tire, and I didn't have nothing but these Thunder cookies. I call my fist Thunder cookies.
Okay.
Is one
Yeah,
thunder
but that's
and
not
one
why
cookie?
the name.
That's not why the name stuck.
That's not why the name stuck.
I told this to a podcast friend of ours, and he thought it meant my pendulous scrotum.
And Thunder Cookies was born.
Thunder Cookies was born.
Well, we were talking about those in the first hour.
We were talking about truck nuts.
Yeah, we were talking about truck
Truck
nuts.
nuts.
We were explaining to Patrick the magical world of truck nuts.
So now I'm going to get
magical world.
I'm going to get myself a pair of bicycle nuts and call it Thunder Cookies now.
Right. Then those ones light up.
And they light up too, yeah.
We can say
They
check
got
out
to
my
light up
Thunder
lime green. Lime green or purple.
I would have thought they'd have been blue.
Yeah, blue Thunder Cookies.
Yep.
Yep. And incidentally, I think the name of this episode is going to be Thunder Cookies was born.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
And for those of you that are wondering, Maddox was a lot easier to come by. I was born with it.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
It's always good to know. In comedy, we're always like, is that your real name or is that a stage
I just
name?
assumed Thunder Cookies was like his middle name. So
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like something. You said Mississippi.
It's
I'm
my
like,
Indian
maybe.
name.
Your Indian name?
It's an old family name on his mother's side.
Her name was Rachel Thunder Cookies. Her father was Earl Thunder Cookies.
Well, no, it wouldn't have been Rachel. They're from Tennessee.
Oh, that's right.
It'd have been like Ida Thunder Cookies.
Ida Thunder
or
Cookies.
Aura Thunder Cookies.
Yeah.
Anita Thunder Cookie.
Sorry, I not dogging Tennessee there. I had an aunt named Aura. So
Thunder Cookies.
had a
I think that's what I
great-grandmother
call the
named
Fiber
Ida.
Plus
Yeah,
cookies
there you
that I
go.
have.
What's that?
That's what I call the Fiber Plus cookies that I have sometimes.
Thunder
Thunder cookies. I mean, you gotta
That's
wait for it
definitely
a
what
little
you
bit,
call
but
that
wait about
Jamie
an
Lee
hour.
Curtis yogurt.
Yep, Jamie Lee Curtis yogurt.
Yep.
That's Thunder yogurt.
Taco Bell, that's Thunder Tacos.
Yep, Thunder
Yep.
tacos. There's Thunder, a little bit of everything in here.
You get a little rumble in your bumble.
There's a title for you.
A little
Rumble
rumble
in
in
your
your
bubble.
I learned a thing about like if everyone's had cute little names for passing the gas and cutting the cheese through history. In the Victorian era, women would say that they had a rustle in the bustle.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Rustle in the bustle. I really like that one. I'm you can only picture like a bunch of genteel ladies sitting around the parlor when a little bustle starts a rustling.
Right. Well,
You
Robert
see,
Plant
like-
always said, if there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be a lawman. I don't know. Just thought I'd throw that out.
What
All
was
hustle and the bustle.
the bustle in your hedgerow? So you like throw a woman into the hedge?
Wait a minute. Have you never heard Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin?
We have a sign in the station that says no stairway to heaven.
What about Highway to Hell?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely Highway to
That
Hell.
is this show.
I used to play that song going to church in the morning. I don't know. I am not making this up, and I would sing along to pump myself up to do church stuff.
But you
I'd be doing, like,
you didn't
children's
listen
moments.
to Led Zeppelin.
No, I guess
Okay,
not.
okay.
Yeah, no, purely AC/DC. That was my pump up music.
That's acceptable.
To go
Am
tell
I the
children
only one
about
that
the
used to go to
Lord.
church with the munchies when it was potluck day?
Oh,
That's why you got to bring your Thunder
that's the way
Cookies.
to do it.
I thought that's what potluck meant. Because you
Not
were
amongst
really
the
lucky
bad
when
ones.
you
I
had
have to bring my own pot.
I forgot it was Potluck Sunday. Yes, thank you, Lord. Praise Jesus.
we can be late because the lunch is already here.
So tell me, you guys host a podcast or a radio show?
Both.
Both. All right. Well,
Sort of like us.
what's the
Just like
name?
you.
What's the name?
Yeah.
Well, we've got Off Script with the Heavyweight Chumps, which is the podcast, which up until recently had just been the Heavyweight Chumps podcast, and we finally decided it deserved to have a proper name.
Right.
So we went that route. And then, matter of fact, tonight on radio-memphis.com at 10 p.m. Central Time, so 11 Eastern, you will have the Heavyweight Chumps Radio Hour XXL edition, because we've gone to 2 hours now on Tuesday nights from 10 to 12.
Whoa.
Make sure you pop in tonight, because we've got Jack O'Halloran, and we might have found Hoff.
Oh, Jack O'Halloran. He was on Superman 2 and lots of other things, right?
Yes.
Yes. Because he's going to be, I think I'm interviewing him this Saturday.
Oh.
So, yeah.
He's a fun interview. He's fun, but he's serious.
I talked to him a little bit on the phone. Sounds like it's going to be a fun interview.
What would I know him from?
Never seen Superman 2? Christopher Reeve. He was one of the three bad guys. Was it Nod?
He was the one that didn't talk.
Yeah, he's the one that didn't talk and didn't quite know how to use some of his powers. He was really big dude.
He was in Dragnet.
Yeah, he was in Dragnet. He was in.
Was he in anything with spaceships?
Anything with spaceships? I don't think
that's
so.
That's my level of pop culture knowledge, especially from that era.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because
It's
they
one of
do
those
pop
things
up
you
in a lot
probably
of.
know him if
I probably that's the thing. 'Cause I watch so much genre stuff. Like there's always like that's where he was a wrestler. So like,
what's that?
Was he a wrestler or?
I don't
or just
think he
a
was a
character
wrestler.
actor?
I think he might have been a boxer. He was a boxer.
He was a
yeah.
boxer.
But that's like usually where they end up. Like the bad guy, and they don't talk and.
Yeah, I think he was in 48 Hours too, wasn't he? Didn't he play like the police chief in 48 Hours or something like that? I might be wrong.
I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go look that up.
But yeah, that's tonight. Your interview with him comes out. Is that?
It comes out tonight. We also talk about the road to WrestleMania, because it is wrestling season, and around here that's bigger than the Super Bowl. Damn it!
I would say more entertaining too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, Super Bowl would be vastly improved if we could have like little like set pieces where people walk on to music, and
I think WrestleMania needs a halftime show that includes pole dancing.
Yeah,
Bill Belichick would have been a heel.
Oh,
this year
definitely.
Yeah, like all that, all those shenanigans. I would watch if they had that. But
oh yeah, that'd have been great.
No, they gotta be
Tom
like
Brady would be like
sportsmanship and
Tom Brady
whatnot.
would be like one of the female wrestlers.
Nice. Don and I were just talking about the XFL, which started up this year. When they first tried to do it back in 2001, they tried to combine wrestling and football together, and that didn't work so well.
I'm waiting for the triple
Now they're
XL,
taking the football.
triple
Now
XFL.
they're taking the football. They're taking the football series.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess my idea has already been tried.
We actually really enjoyed the games that we watched this week.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the XFL games.
I like to think about it as, and I know because Vince McMahon's involved, this is a bad way to describe it, but it's pretty dang close. Think of it as college football on steroids.
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
Pretty accurate. And not only that, but they're trying to revolutionize a few things in football that the NFL does not want to do, like make the kickoff more safe without removing it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I'm still not sold on the extra point rules.
Yeah, there's some people who are a little iffy about that.
Is this with the XFL?
Right?
What are the extra point rules? Is it like if you catch the golden snitch, you
get 50
automatically
points?
get 1,000
No, that would
points?
be the New England Patriots.
That's a good one.
If you score from the 2-yard line, it's 1 point. From the 5-yard line, it's 2 points. And from the 10-yard line, it's 3 points.
That's
he
a little
forgot.
weird. Yeah.
So
He
it's
forgot
sort
to
of-
mention it's not a field goal attempt. It's a conversion. So,
Right, you don't get a field goal kick.
Oh,
after
so
the
everything's a conversion, but not a 2-point conversion, depending on where you are. That's
yeah,
right.
it's basically a play on the field.
So they just decide how many points they want to go for,
And then that's how many yards from the end
point.
zone.
That's weird. Just kick the dang thing. That's
So is it kind of like basketball in that way? Like how you have the different lines and like where you do the shot.
Well, no, they're not. I mean, they're not shooting the ball.
Right.
No.
Can you slam dunk it through the goalpost?
Yards away. That would add a whole other dimension to it.
But yeah, that's kind of a weird extra point thing. That's.
I don't understand why there has to be extra points. I don't.
Just because they're greedy.
That's why I don't like football because nothing makes sense.
You've done all that work to get down there. You should get something extra.
Okay, sure.
Just
maybe an Oscar Mayer wiener, but
right.
Sure. Maybe
the Wienermobile.
Maybe a pole dance. Maybe an additional,
an additional pole dance.
Pole dance. Goes to Mississippi. Yeah, no kidding. Got paid by the snack concession.
Yeah.
Hot dog and a handshake. Customary payoff for any. And look, just make sure you're not shaking the hot dog.
Because then you'll get a milkshake.
You always got to make
sure.
I was going to say, I've done crazier things for a hot dog.
But what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Okay, Don, we don't need you anymore.
All right, I'm out. Enjoy the rest of the show.
We've been canceled.
I never
Program
thought
director's knocking on the door.
I never thought it was going to be Patrick that got me canceled. That's the weird thing.
I know. Patrick, he's such a nice boy.
It's
rides
okay.
a bike.
It's okay. I got an in with the programming director.
What, are you on Grindr?
What's that?
Are you on Grindr?
Oh, nope. My wife's on Tinder with him. So. No, we had. There was a guy I work with. He's kind of out there. He's not that swift. We were real close to getting him to download the Grindr app on his work phone. And somebody finally told him what it was, and he got mad. It's like, dude, why would you tell him that? He was this close.
Again, Don, always committing to the bit.
It could have opened
even
up.
If it requires
a
visit
new
with
experiences
HR.
that he had never considered before. He might have been much better to work with.
True.
Now, if you want to get him, tell him to go to www.meatspin.com.
Meatspin.com.
MEATSPIN.
I was gonna say EA.
You might get a John Morrell, or you might get an Oscar Mayer. You never know.
Right.
You get an Oscar Mayer.
You get an Oscar, yeah.
Don, we might be thinking about this situation
write it down just so I can get him to look that one up.
We might be in a situation where the act's all wrong. Maybe you could play a little hitch. You know what I mean? Like maybe because you got the inside information.
That's true.
That you could be like, don't do this, do this.
Yeah, I could help.
Wait, are you talking about giving tips to your to the boss who's nailing your ex-wife?
I mean, he's not using
any of
that equipment anymore. I mean, he said this is the best part of his week,
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
I'm not giving this show
up. It helps. We did score sponsorship early on in our podcasting career with Spunk Lube.
Spunk Lube. Why have I not tried to get sponsorship from them?
They will send you more lube than you will ever be able to use. They sent what has to equate to a gallon bottle and then a shoebox full of like mayonnaise-sized packets.
Think about the bits we could do, Don.
More lube than you can handle. Challenge
bits.
accepted.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
As our ad used to say always for that one was Spunk Lube, it's number one where she number twos.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And with that, you got them kicked off the air.
Perfect. I kind of figured that was the way I was going to get kicked off the air right there.
That's a great analogy.
Lube
right
advertisement. I'm going to reach out to Spunk Lube for their sponsorship now.
Well, what we could do is we could always do an Amazon affiliate and then just take some bizarre product.
Yeah.
The screaming goat toy.
Yeah, exactly. Like we could and
which
just be
goes
like
nicely with the Spunk
No. Buy the alien fleshlight.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Alien
Yeah.
flashlight.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the stuff we got to get on because the opportunities are endless when you think about it. For comedy, maybe not so much profit, but
Yep, I
definitely
wonder if
for
they have
comedy.
like one of those, because if you're using the alien fleshlight, can you get like an alien candle kind of based off of what the Gwyneth Paltrow's was? Like,
I was curious as if the alien
This smells-
flashlight had a probe on it.
Yeah,
it would have to.
you can have both. You can do a demonstration live on camera.
And if it gets good to you, it'll come out of your stomach.
I mean, to be fair, there is a alien dildo.
To be fair,
There's, and don't ask me how I know this. There's an alien dildo that can actually, like, you can make gelatin eggs and put it inside it and like fantasize that a alien is laying eggs inside of you or something like that.
Oh my
now,
God.
Patrick, how
Whoa.
do you expect us not to ask you
Yeah.
how you know this?
Yeah.
Because I don't even remember how I stumbled across it.
You stumbled across it? Is that like, oops, I fell on it?
Is he from Arkansas? Has he been abducted?
Oh, I think I remember now. I was looking up.
Okay.
I was
good.
looking up what a dragon dildo was because I didn't know what a dragon dildo was, and then
Patrick
I saw
has
that.
lots of questions
That's one
about
you just
so many
drag
things in the
along behind
world.
you. It's
It's
that's
like
just
truck
my dragon
nuts.
dildo. That's all right.
Truck nuts, dragon dildos.
That's the thing that Donkey used on his wife on Shrek, right?
You know, there's got to be people that's their OTP. Like that's
A
their
dragon
that's their
dildo,
thing
I
that they're
think
just
that's-
like, oh yeah, donkey and dragon. I brought my costume, baby. Let's do this.
A dragon dildo, I think, is akin to truck nuts. You have your
That
dragon
depends
dildo
on how big the
hanging.
dragon is.
Oh, wow.
It shoots out sriracha mayo. Guaranteed.
Wow.
For people who like
How many
eating,
times has
What
it
do you
made you
expect?
cry?
that's the way I like it.
It burns in all the right ways.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
As someone who's had incidents like that, no, not
Yeah.
my thing.
See, I'm thinking
not
taco,
my thing.
I'm thinking
I
Taco
100%
Bell
know
fire.
this for a
is
fact.
what- I'm thinking Taco Bell fire sauce.
Taco Bell fire
Go
sauce.
for Diablo. If you think fire is bad, go for Diablo.
Is it really bad?
And
It's
your
worse
dragon
than
dildo-
fire, yeah.
On your bits? What?
On your bits? Is that what?
On your bits?
Yeah.
Are we talking about I'm building the bridge?
I have no idea what we're
I'm
talking about
building
now.
the bridge.
I don't know what bridge we're building, and I don't know what this hot
This
sauce
is like
getting
Alaska's
used
bridge
for,
to
but I'm
nowhere.
intrigued. I'm not crossing the bridge.
Yeah, there are some
No.
bridges you just shouldn't cross.
You shouldn't go across.
Well, we're going to, as much as I hate to, we're going to take our break.
Yep.
And
On that note,
on that note,
the
on
program
dragon
manager's
dildo,
here. He just wants to
man.
have a chat.
Patrick, they thought my show got a little raunchy every now and then. I didn't know it was you.
Whoops.
Well, we're going to have to get, it's the last show that Patrick will be on.
Look, we can't even get the blame for this one.
Exactly. What internet rabbit hole were you going down looking for a dragon dildo
so
to
many
find an
questions.
egg-laying alien?
And then egg laying.
A dildo shop. What do you expect? What?
He was on his way to Pornhub and took a
Well,
right
look.
turn at Albuquerque.
Again,
At least it wasn't Alabama.
he's Googling truck nuts, you know? He's a sweet, innocent boy.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
It says,
look, at least all he
dragon
does
dildo,
Google
what's
truck
that?
nuts. I heard you gargled them.
Yeah, you're supposed to cup.
Chipped the tooth too, didn't you?
They tasted a little bit rusty for me, so.
What? You were tasting the truck nuts too. That's
Well, I mean, if you gurgle them, you're obviously going to taste them.
okay. I'll take your word for it. All right, let's go ahead and take our break, and maybe we'll come back. maybe we'll be allowed to come
Oops,
back.
I thought we were at break.
Star Day says dragon dildos and truck nuts. That's a title if I ever heard one.
That's true. I'm gonna. But I have so many titles
We have so
already.
many titles. We have a plethora of titles.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a break. I think this is an appropriate song to play for the break. This is going to be Mr. Stone King, You Can Run.
Nice.
All right, hit it, Patrick.
Hey, this is Don Smith from the Life Radio Show. Do you like telling jokes? Are you the class clown? Do your friends always tell you you're funny? You want to prove them wrong? Well, nearly every Sunday, Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's Oregon District brings you Wiley's Sunday Comics. You can be the one on stage making people laugh. Or not. All you have to do is send an email to wileysunDayComics@gmail.com and follow the instructions in the reply email, and you can tell jokes at Ohio's oldest comedy club.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker at Wiley's Comedy Club, and you're listening to WWSU 106.9. I swear to God.
Your host, Don Smith. We are, we can't say anything that we talked about off the
Nope.
We're sitting in the studio with my co-host, Adrian Miller's in. Patrick is over there just burning up that switchboard as he does. And we still have Thunder Cookies and Maddox on the air with us.
We're still here. He couldn't run us off. We tried.
Yep.
We don't run at all.
Yeah.
we got wheels on our chairs.
Oh, there you go. Yep, they're rolling off then. They're rolling off the air.
You got chair nuts on there too?
Chair nuts. Yep, chair nuts and a dragon dildo.
Yep.
I don't need chair nuts. Mine drag the floor as it is.
Yep, that happens. All right, we're going to hit some news stories. Are we ready?
Bad pun. Dragon nuts. Since you're dragging them on the floor.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, Patrick.
He just keeps going back to that one well that's a little bit too dry.
That's why you need all that gallon
of lube. A little
There you go. Residents in an apartment building in India discovered free mixed drinks on tap in their kitchens earlier this week, although not the kind anyone would be hoping for. A smelly combination of beer, brandy, and rum started coming out of the faucets in Kerala on Monday after a water well became contaminated, the BBC reports. The station says 6,000 liters of confiscated alcohol had been seized on court orders and buried in a pit nearby, accidentally seeping in through the soil. The children couldn't go to school, and even the parents couldn't go to work because everybody was drunk.
Oh, my gosh.
Said Joshi
That sounds like a fun time. I want to go there.
The owner of the apartment complex told the BBC that, the kids couldn't go to school. They were faced.
Fill the tub up, get you a snorkel, and go to town.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
Free booze. Confiscated liquor.
Yeah.
Buried in a
throw
pit.
A crap load of little umbrellas in there too. Just
Yeah.
It's harder to get those out the faucet.
Just put a full-size regular umbrella in the bathtub.
There you
I think you're done.
Just one big. Yeah.
And you're protected if you accidentally hit the shower switch.
Yep. An animal
body shots.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Doing body shots.
Body shots.
Yeah. Yep, just get a big straw. That's
Yeah. And they can clean this up themselves. Like, you don't have to worry about, usually anytime there's like, you have to clean up a spill, and you got to get authorities in. I bet there's one guy who's like, I got this.
Yeah.
He just pulled out a big straw.
Big, huge
One guy who doesn't
wrestler.
mind the hair getting caught in his teeth.
Yeah. Yes, there's some don't, I've heard, but that's another story. Oh, no, I don't care about the world. Do we care about the world's worst cat? No. I don't think so.
No, we fed it a Snickers in Super Bowl halftime show, so it's all good.
Let's see. An ad in the I don't have good news stories this week. Something's gone wrong. I didn't read a bunch of these last week, probably for the same reason.
Yeah. You didn't drink that liquor water.
I could have. Canadian teens bizarre call to police on Tuesday to report that the fake ID they ordered online never arrived, has authorities stepping up efforts to warn of potential identity theft scams. Constable Ed Sanchuk of the Ontario Provincial Police West Region shared in a video message Wednesday that an unnamed Norfolk County teenager reported the fraud. Then investigation determined the teen found an online seller who was purportedly selling fake IDs and made an attempt to buy one with an undisclosed amount of money, Sanchuk said. The teen also gave the seller all their personal and identifying information. Something Sanchek warned could result in potential identity theft in the future. Please do not share any personal or identifying information with anyone on the internet. He said, you just don't know where that information goes. Why would they need your real ID to make you a fake ID?
On that note, the first person to call in with their social security number will get free tickets to Wiley's Comedy Club.
There you go. Well, somebody's already on the line. So. We only have one phone line, Patrick. You're the engineer here. You should know this.
It's true.
But it's a good way to promote Wiley's, and I thank you. That's because that's the only sponsor I can afford because I own the place.
Got into the liquor tub.
What's that?
I said Patrick got into the liquor tub.
I think he did a long time ago.
This Mountain Dew might be contaminated with liquor.
That's almost as bad as the guy calling the police saying somebody stole his 5 pounds of marijuana.
Yeah, that's not
if
very
somebody
bright.
stole 5 pounds of marijuana, I'm calling the cops too. Especially if they're in Canada, it's legal.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, if you're in a legal state, yeah, you would probably. I'm sure that wouldn't be on the top of their priority list, though. Okay, fire investigators in Massachusetts are hoping to help pull the plug on a new viral challenge that may be redefining the word stupid. It's called the Outlet Challenge. Participants insert the plug part of a phone charger cord only part of the way in and then try to produce a spark by touching a penny to the exposed prongs. The challenge has been linked to scorching of outlets in Holden and Plymouth, as well as a fire at Westford Academy where one student is facing criminal charges. Officials are also warning the possibility of death by electrocution. The other issue can be you do damage to some electrical wiring behind the wall, Plymouth Fire Chief Ed Bradley told the station, and a fire could be undetected and burning in the walls, endangering everyone that's in the building. And what is wrong with people?
I thought the Tide Pod challenge was bad.
What's that?
I thought the Tide Pod.
They're Yankees?
They're Yankees.
They're yanking on something.
Now, in my youth, when I was about 3 or 4, I could remember putting pennies in the outlets. Yeah, but you were 3 or 4. It sounds like these idiots are adults.
Yeah, you were 3 or 4, and it probably only took one time for you to figure out not to do that.
And it took me more than one time because then I was sticking forks, needles, anything I could find.
Okay.
We also don't need a generator when we go out on location.
That's why they call you Thunder Cookie.
Yeah. Thunder Cookie and Lightning Bolt. That's what.
You don't want to know where the lightning bolt comes from.
Behind the Thunder Cookies.
Where there's lightning, there's thunder.
Oh, man. Yamaha Corporation has warned people not to try and squeeze inside musical instrument cases.
Like a harmonica?
Right, after reports...
important news.
What's that?
Very important news. Newsflash, everybody.
Exactly. Don't try to squeeze inside your musical instrument case.
I mean, I know it looks cozy. I know it looks like it's cuddling your instruments, but...
Yeah. Well, sometimes you just need to effing cuddle.
Yeah, exactly. We've established that.
Patrick, it's not a harmonica. It's called a mouth organ.
That's
right.
True. That's true. Anyway, Yamaha Corporation warned people about this after reports of former Nissan Motors boss Carlin Gosen fled Japan concealed inside of one. We won't mention the reason, but there's been many tweets about climbing inside large musical instrument cases. A warning after any unfortunate instrument would be too late. Accident. I'm all over the place with this one. Anyway, so we ask everyone not to try it. The Japanese company said in a post on its Twitter account on January 11th. Ghostin, who is accused of hiding earnings, transferring investment losses to Nissan, and misappropriating company funds, escaped from Japan at the end of December for Lebanon. Japanese authorities have vowed to pursue him and have issued an international wanted notice for him and his wife, Carol, and their Yamaha case.
All right, well, I guess I can't hide.
Case too?
What's that? Yeah, I'm assuming she was in the case as well.
That kind of case. Did they also work for Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah. I think it was an accordion case. They came out like in the cartoons, and they were making weird noises.
Well, I guess I can't hide in my cases anymore. I'm just going to have to hide in the tuba instead.
Yep. Hide in the tuba, not the case.
Yeah.
Patrick, you're about skinny enough. You can hide in a piccolo.
I probably can fit in a piccolo, yeah.
Yep. Is that a flute? Nope, that's Patrick.
Well, there is that cat that found viral fame from sitting in boxes.
Yeah,
and it's like, how small of a box will you fit in? And maybe they were just hoping.
Yeah, they were hoping.
The audience, she said sitting in boxes.
Sitting.
I'm sorry. It does happen a lot with my bad enunciation that they do hover the hand over the.
Yes, we do.
Yes, they're always like, oh, did she just say? Oh, no.
The cats were doing what in the boxes?
We need Karen in here to do that.
That's true.
And that voice, yeah.
That's hers. Polish investigators fear a pig farmer. Why not? I'm just going to leave it at that.
I mean, we all fear
her
pig
last
farmers.
name was Pig Farmer?
Vera Pig Farmer, was it? No, fear. Polish investigators fear a pig farmer last seen on December 31st may have been devoured by his own livestock after a neighbor discovered bones on the property, reports say. Lubin District. Lubin Lubin. That's another Led Zeppelin song. You know?
Yeah, that's
Lubin Lubin Woman. I think.
No, that's a Prince song.
Lubin District prosecutor Magdalena Serafin, what a name, told Gazeta, told this newspaper that I can't pronounce because it's over in like Sweden or something. That the remains Poland. It was in Poland. The remains believed to be that of the farmer who was said to be in his 70s were found 8 days after the man was last seen on his farm about 260 miles west of Warsaw. We don't know the exact date, but in the period between December 31st and January 8th, the victim was eaten by pigs, Serafin said. A neighbor reportedly called law enforcement after discovering the remains of a man while going to fetch water from a well nearby. That would surprise you.
Getting eaten by pigs on your way to the well?
Yeah, on the way to the well. A funny thing happened on the way to the well.
That's true.
That's not that funny. That's kind of sad.
It is really sad because it's just like old guy
Pig
falls into a pig pen.
Skull.
What's that?
A pig will eat everything but the skull.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
That was a bad story. Why did I pick that? Anyway.
Because it wasn't funny like Funny Bone.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. Let's see what else do we have? YouTube prankster who drove a car filled with water to a liquor store and bought beer during a heat wave has appeared in an Australian court to face charges related to the quote scuba driving stunt. Michael Alexander Filippow, 28 years old, who has operated the Raka Raka YouTube channel with his twin brother Danny, appeared in front of the Christie's Beach Magistrates Court in Adelaide on Wednesday over several driving offenses. Filippow has posted the viral video in January 2019 showing him driving a modified Ford Laser with friend Jackson O'Doherty. The two were seen wearing goggles and scuba diving regulators while driving the sedan during the heat wave. So they sealed off the doors and filled their sedan full of water.
Which one of them peed in it first?
Oh, I'd say that probably happened pretty quick.
The Think Like a Man guys did.
Yep. I'd say Jackson O'Doherty was the first one to pee in it, just based on the name.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Just something tells me that he's the kind of guy that
sounds like an Irish drunk.
Yep. They're driving in a water-filled car to go get beer at a liquor store during a heat wave. I'd say there's a pretty good chance they were a little drunk. In Australia.
It reminds me, we need to go to the liquor store.
Yep. Fill up the car.
No, not with gas.
Right, exactly. You don't want to mess that up.
Maybe they
Fill the car with gas after Taco Bell.
Maybe they had heard about that apartment complex in India, and they thought they'd just try, and then they're like, "Oh, this is just water."
Yeah, there you go. They thought they were in India for a second.
maybe they were planning to travel by map like the Muppets used to. So they thought, well, since we're going to have to go underwater, let's get used to the pressure.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
They could have really thought this out.
I don't think so, but they could have. We're really stretching to give these guys the benefit of the doubt right now. I don't.
If they were smart, they would have waited and went to the liquor store and got all the wine they could and filled the car with wine.
Right.
That way, when they got pulled over, he can say, "Praise the Lord, Jesus done it again. He turned water into wine."
There you go. There you go. And everything's sealed off. I mean, can they get them for open container if all the doors are sealed?
Yeah.
Not as long as they're tight.
Right. Exactly. The National Weather Service routinely warns people about falling rain, snow, and hail, but temperatures are dropping so low in South Florida that forecasters are warning residents Tuesday about falling iguanas. This isn't something we usually forecast, but don't be surprised if you see iguanas falling from the trees tonight as lows drop into the 30s and 40s, said National Weather Service Miami tweeted. The low temperatures stun the invasive reptiles, but the iguanas won't necessarily die. That means many will wake up as temperatures rise on Wednesday. Iguanas aren't dangerous or aggressive to humans, but they damage seawalls, sidewalks, landscape foliage, and can dig lengthy tunnels. The males can grow to at least 5 feet long, weigh nearly 20 pounds. That's not going to be good if it falls on you out of a tree. That's yeah.
No. The thing is, I was talking earlier about, just justifying any self-destructive behavior by saying it's a protest.
So what are the iguanas
So if
protesting?
if they don't buy that, then I'll just say that it's a natural phenomenon that once the temperature is too high or too low, I just drop.
The people in Florida are also learning to eat the iguanas. They've started to cook them.
Oh, yeah. Why not, man? Yeah.
Well, they're invasive species.
From what I understand, they taste like chicken.
Yep.
Everything tastes like chicken.
I haven't tried iguana. I've tried alligator.
Yeah.
But I haven't tried
alligator.
iguana.
I've tried frog legs, but I have not tried iguana.
Tried frog legs.
Frog legs are awesome.
I loved frog legs as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've had frog legs.
It's been a long time for me, too.
We just bonded over frog legs.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew we'd find common ground somewhere.
I remember people make a face
now,
and
where's
I'm like,
that damn sriracha? Because we could use a little bit of a kick.
Yeah, a little kick in your frog leg.
It comes with a kitten. Frog legs.
Yep.
That'll be our newest sponsor.
Yep, frog legs. Is there a company that can sponsor us with frog legs?
They have chicken wing sauce. Couldn't we do frog leg sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can make it really rare at McDonald's and just sell it like
exactly.
crazy. You can sell it on
limited
eBay,
time only.
Yeah, frog leg sauce.
Frog nuggets.
Frog nuggets.
And the catchphrase would be, "We're happy to see you."
Exactly.
Yeah, there you
that's
go.
The thing. It's just the copy just writes itself.
Yeah, that's all you really need is just a catchy name.
Yeah.
This is the most ideas you've had in 2 years. You're giving them out to another show. What the hell is wrong with you? Well, I just think about these things.
Yep.
But
we
not
appreciate
when we're
it.
on the air. You don't talk about this interesting stuff. Here's an idea. Bring it up.
What is your source for all these news stories?
Who, me?
Yeah. Help a fellow podcast radio show out.
Basically, well, last night I bought a new bottle of vodka.
Step one, bottle of vodka.
The brand?
What's that?
The brand?
Stoli.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I like Stoli. Tito's just tastes like rocket fuel. I can't do Tito's.
Tito's is rocket fuel. It's made by the same people that make Barnett's and such now.
Oh well, there you go. There you go. Besides, Tito's doesn't sound like a Russian name. You have to have a Russian name on your vodka.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Totally, it's Russian for knock your ass out.
Pretty much.
Just put the word uranium on there and you're good to go.
Yeah, there you go. But no,
so step one, vodka.
But no, I got a fresh bottle of vodka last night, and I sat down at the computer and I started to Google strange news stories, and like 3/4 of that bottle later, I have them.
Yeah.
And that's the fun thing is that I don't remember.
I was gonna say you don't remember them, so this is fresh and exciting.
So yeah, it's fresh for me too. That's why I have such a hard time reading them because I don't remember ever reading them before.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You've missed out on one that we had on. The one that I don't want to give it away because it'll be on our show tonight.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to do that.
That you guys definitely need to listen to. But let's just say the guy thought he was snorting cocaine, and it wasn't cocaine.
Oh no.
That sounds like it's going to be fun.
Let's call it a slang term, baby powder, but it wasn't really baby powder.
Huh.
I got it. Baby gravy. Dried baby gravy. Dried baby gravy.
Oh, lovely.
Yikes.
The guy got herpes or two different forms of herpes and syphilis.
Wow, that's that'll put you right off your cocaine
batch if I
right
ever
there.
Heard
Yeah.
one.
That's a bad batch of baby powder right there.
Yeah, he does not need. He doesn't deserve to go to jail if he was that stupid.
Yeah,
I want to know about the woman that collected the 50 grams of baby gravy. What does that say about her? She was trying to mix up one hell of a combo.
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah. That's just.
That'd be what you'd call a mother sauce in cooking. You see? Baby come out, have one big ear, blue eye, green eye, no ear on the other side, half a nostril.
I mean, fun fact,
I've seen your kid's school pictures. That's exactly what he looks like. I got nothing. I've heard that
too. Sometimes I just let these guys go at each other for a little while. This is fun. A Michigan man who noticed something amiss about a couch he bought from a thrift store found more than $40,000 stashed inside a cushion.
Oh, wow.
Howard Kirby said he bought the couch from the Habitat for Humanity Restore in Owasso and used it in his man cave for a few weeks before deciding to investigate why the foot cushion was unusually firm.
Oh, no.
You don't want an unusually firm foot cushion on your thrift store couch.
As
you might if you're big toe.
I do because I want to find $40,000 stuffed in the foot cushion. Kirby's daughter-in-law.
If I told anybody I found $40,000.
Exactly. Why would you say anything at that point? Kirby's daughter-in-law opened up the cushion and discovered bundles of cash totaling $43,170. Kirby said a lawyer told him he would be within his rights to keep the cash, but he decided to contact the store and see if they could identify the couch's owner, because who's going to come forward about that? The money was presented Thursday to Kim Falth Newberry, whose recently deceased grandfather was the original owner of the furniture. She said her family had no idea he had such a large amount of cash stashed away, or they would have taken him out years ago.
So it sounds to me like the original family wasn't expecting the money.
Right,
so
exactly.
The person that found the money was a dummy.
Exactly, because that's not even a victimless crime. That's like
that's a blessing.
because it's not a crime. That's yours. You bought it.
It's like finding treasure.
Exactly. That's exactly like finding treasure.
I'd like to cite the president of Losers, Weepers, v. Finders, Keepers.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, it was a nice charitable thing to try to find the guy, but at the same time, $43,000, I'm keeping it.
You could have skimmed a little off the top.
Yeah, exactly. Give him like the 170.
I say it's kind of an unusual amount. How do we know it wasn't already skimmed off the top?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's.
There's exactly.
Yeah.
Flip. This much money.
Yeah.
The police apparently said it wasn't stolen if the police were there and said he was within his rights to keep it.
Yeah.
So.
Because it was in something that he bought.
Yeah.
I need to go to more thrift stores.
Yeah,
and look for something with an unusually firm foot cushion.
Yeah, that's the buying process is just feeling up every single.
If anybody asks me if I buy anything from the thrift store, if I found anything, I'm going to turn into the two guys from Spaceballs. I ain't found
Spaceballs 2, the search for more money.
Yeah. He's out combing the desert. One of my favorites.
No, that was Afro picking the desert.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were combing the desert. Those guys were picking the desert.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we just got a couple minutes left, so I'm going to turn this over to you guys so you can throw out any social media you guys have, where exactly we can follow all of your podcasts and everything that you have going on. So shoot.
All right, here we go. You can catch us in our online home at madfatloud.com. We are on Twitter and Instagram at madfatloud. You can catch us
on Tuesday nights from 10 p.m. Central to midnight with the Heavyweight Chumps Radio Hour XXL edition. And you can catch us on Thursdays wherever you get fine podcasts and ours with Off Script at the Heavyweight Chumps.
Awesome.
Also, email us if you've got something you want to hear on Hillbilly Headlines or you think that we may need to discuss. You can email that to us at heavyweightchumps@gmail.com.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for coming on, guys. Maddox, Thunder Cookies, it's been fantastic. I just still giggle every time I say it.
I'm just glad we managed to keep you guys on the air. We'd love to come back anytime, sir.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll see how your ex's date goes with the program manager.
That's true. Yeah.
That's really what it's going to hinge
we'll see
on.
how that goes. Maybe there's a connection.
Maybe there's a connection to me knowing so much about, dildos and things like that. Maybe I should
Ladies
give
and
him some
gentlemen,
tips.
we'll be back in 2 and 2.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, fellas. We're going to go ahead and sign off for the night. Patrick, take us out of here. Adrian, thanks for coming in. Always
Thank you for having
fantastic.
me.
Always fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm going to discuss more shows we have coming up that I want you to be a part of. So,
Wow.
All right, Patrick, hit it.
This has been the Life Radio Show with your host, Don Smith. The Life is also available in podcast form just about anywhere podcasts can be found. So check out thelife1069.com for links and additional information. Thanks for listening. Now get out there and enjoy some live comedy this week.
Yo, this is Shinobi Nick.